Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, welcome back in a post-game. I don't know how to react. After the draw, Juventus won, Inter won. There are things that made me happy, there are things that didn't make me happy. I was expecting less in the first half from Juve, I was expecting more in the second half for Juve. Before saying hello to everyone, if you want my first comment, like hot comment without rewatching the game, etc., etc. I feel like, we could have done something more. We could have possibly win that game, but on the other side, we could have lost that game as well. Inter is strong. Inter is stronger than Juve. This is the reality. If you are looking at the men they had. But I think that at a certain moment, at the 55th minute, probably both teams, not only Juve, both teams, before we start speaking only negative about Juve, I think that both teams, they decided, you know what, 1-1, Juve goes at +4 on Milan. Inter is keeping the advantage of +7 on +4, +6 on Milan. How much? I don't know. Anyway, they keep their distance over Milan. They keep the +2 over Juve. They are playing at home of Juve. They say, you know what? It's okay like that. Both teams are happy. Juve is not risking. Inter is not risking. If you see the attempts in the second half, they are nearly invisible. If I see the comments of the last few weeks, I saw a lot of Juventini here saying that we would have been trashed by Inter. Let's see if Juve played that way against a big team. We will take 5 goals. We were all reminding ourselves the game against Napoli after the international break last year, where we lost 5-1 with a super strong team, a fantastic team that was playing offensively. We didn't. We played 1-1. When I asked in the chat before the game, would you sign for a draw? A lot of people said yes, but really a lot of people said yes, I would sign for a draw, showing also the fear that a lot of us tifosi had before the game against Inter. I didn't sign. I said no, I don't sign. I want to risk it because we have the opportunity to be first, and we were first for a few minutes. After 40 months, we could have been first alone there. I want to take it. Then, of course, the reverse of the medal would have been that we would have been at -5 from Inter, which would have been extremely difficult for Juve. On the other side, if you know that you are missing Danilo, if you know that you are missing, but not only as a starter, but also on the bench, if you know that you are missing Locatelli, that was not able to play, and you see the difference when he's entering, because Locatelli, when he entered, really changed that game in the midfield. Also in terms of leadership, was incredible, etc., etc. I saw not a bad game of Nicolosi. Oh, ragazzi, the first game that he's playing from the first minute against Inter in midfield of Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu, Barella was extremely difficult for him. He didn't do disasters. He didn't do magics. I would rate him really average. Average for his first game, with all the excuses of the world also for a guy. that played only 2 minutes against Cagliari and didn't even have the opportunity to train in that position with Rabiot and McKennie next to him, because Rabiot was with France, because McKennie first traveled to USA, and when he came back he trained individual because he had that little problem. If we know that Miretti was not at 100%, McKennie was not at 100%, Weah was not there, Cambiaso played in a certain moment as a mezzala on the right, switching with McKennie. I have to say that at the end, okay, I take the draw because it's not a loss. I didn't want to lose against Inter. They don't escape. But I have l'amaro in bocca. If you want to learn a bit of Italian, l'amaro in bocca. That means, a bit the bitter taste. The bitter taste. Let me say hello first to the people that extended their membership and gave a donation, and then to all the other people in the chat as well. How much are we? 305 guys. I was also hoping that we won for Juve, of course, but also for the excitement of the post game against Inter on the channel. 1-1, especially that second half that was a bit lower. So if you can, please help me with a maximum of like, would be extremely appreciated today, so that the channel receive another boost. Today I saw a comment from someone that said, "Mamma mia, it's the first time that I discovered the channel. Where was I for all that time?" I'm extremely happy that I discovered that channel. So if we can make sure that this channel goes out to a lot of Juventini that never heard about the channel, would be fantastic. So let me continue. Let me first say thank you to Rad, 24 months as a member. Inter were afraid. That makes us happy, or that makes Rad happy. Yes, they were. Even if Juve was also afraid, I believe both teams were at a certain moment afraid of not taking risk. But it's true, the mighty, fantastic Inter, the best, the strongest, the one that went in final of Champions League last year, was not able to do all what they wanted to do against Juve. I saw anyway some mistakes of you that we have to do much better. Massimo Pegoli, 14 months. We looked satisfied to play out the draw. This is what I said, and this annoyed me at a certain moment. I can understand that. I can understand that you don't want to risk it, because that goal of Lautaro, and we will come back on all the goal, because the goal was, according to me, started with a foul, but the goal of Lautaro, that was their strength. We spoke about it this morning. If we go with a crazy pressing, or if we are not structured, they will punish us 100%. And they punished us because it was because of bad structure, organization, placement for our players, that Rugani is going totally out of control there with trying to anticipate the player. But I believe that at a certain moment, both teams said, you know what, we give up, and it's okay for the draw. Paul Enrico, grazie. Thank you for the donation, my friend. 11 Inter starters versus our 5-6 starters. Szczesny, Bremer, Kostic, Chiesa, Vlahovic, our 2 starters. We did well. If you're looking at the lineups of Juve, I don't know if we had really 5 or 6. I think that we have a bit more than 5 or 6. Let me check. Szczesny is a starter. Bremer is a starter. Gatti is a starter. Kostic is a starter. McKennie is a starter. Rabiot is a starter. Chiesa and Vlahovic is a starter. I count 8 starters. Then McKennie was not at 100%, we know. Nicolosi was playing for the first time, we know. Cambiaso was playing out of position, we know. Rugani is not a real starter, but if we are looking at the last games that he played, he did actually super well, so we can consider him also a starter. It's true that we were not in optimal form, but if you're looking at the team that we have today, we have to be honest. Looking at the team that we have today, on paper, on the team, we have less strength than Inter. It is what it is. Not that I like Inter, not that I want to praise them more, but it's true. And if you're looking that they are able to put in Fratesi, Carlos Augusto, Cuadrado, disgusting Cuadrado today. I want to come back on Juan later. Then you see that the depth of the team, the complete team, is higher than us. Thank you for your donation, Paul. Really appreciate it. But I agree, if you're looking, they were with complete team except of Bastoni. Member for 25 months, Mr. X. Ciao, I wanted a win. I was disappointed by the second half. It's true. I tell you, I have that bitter in my mouth, l'amaro in bocca, because I wanted to win. Today winning would have been not decisive for the Scudetto, let's not lie, because decisive for the Scudetto means you're at game day 32 and you have that final rush. Now Serie A is really long, you do another draw and it's already over, you give again that position to Inter. So absolutely not decisive, but would have been so fantastic for Bianconeri to go up. Now we know it. Inter is playing Napoli of Mazzarri next week. Juve is playing Monza. Last year we were not able to beat Monza. Pay attention. Luckily we have 1 week to prepare it and we can't fall again in the mistakes that we did last year. I don't believe that we were underestimating Monza, but we were absolutely not in the game, especially not in the first game against them. A red card of Di Maria is leaving us with 10. Do you remember that game? So we have to go and win, because if we spend too many energies today against Inter, could be really dangerous. But next week we have another opportunity. But today was, again, I wanted to win as well, Mr. X. 20 months for Rise and Cross. Thank you, Beppe. I don't know. I need to tell you, thank you, Rise and Cross. Not you to me for your 20 months. Thank you. 22 for Bogdan. Maximum of Lies. Grazie, Bogdan. Shatterstar, 21 months. We lack quality mids, needs Champions League money for summer mercato. That's a really great post, because that's also something that I wanted to mention at a certain moment. If you are looking at Inter, that is full of depth, but that they were able, thanks to also the entries of Champions League, thanks to the sale of Onana that they took for free, to go and take a Carlos Augusto, a Quadrado, Fratesi, a Thuram. You see that they reinforced themselves a lot, where Juventus was absolutely not able to reinforce ourselves. We let go a lot of personality players, Bonucci, Di Maria, Quadrado, to bet on a team that was probably more cohesive, that was more a team. And if you are looking at the start of Juventus in today's game, you really feel it. You really feel that Juventus want to go for it. They want to do that extra mile for the goal, for the objective. They really want to do really well. Unfortunately, we drew and we didn't win. So it's a pity today to say that, but we need reinforcements, because you can't tell me that only a comeback from loan from Cambiaso and Wea, that was not even there today, is enough. Kenan Dolovac, 17 months, Ciao Juventini, happy for Dusan, he needed that. Okay, I didn't want to enter immediately. The individual performance, something that I want to do, all of them, we will go through them. But if you want, because of your membership, Dolovac, I want to anticipate Dusan Vlahovic. I think that he did a fantastic, but extremely fantastic goal. And I can tell you that 80% of that goal is him. That recuperation in the midfield of the ball with aggressivity without committing a foul, keeping his head cool, to see also Chiesa doing the perfect pass to Chiesa is already a fantastic thing that we are expecting from Dusan. For the people that are saying, he's not able to play with his back behind the goal, he can do it. But instead of speaking to the people that are saying that, I want to speak to himself, because sometimes he's giving me the impression that he doesn't believe in himself, that he can't do some movements. The movement that he's doing there in recuperating that ball, giving it to Chiesa is fantastic. Chiesa is going up on the left side. For people that were telling me, but Beppe, Chiesa is better as a left winger like he's playing in Italy. Today, Chiesa played only on the left. Only he's in favorite position. Going up. Chiesa, fantastic back pass, cross, because he saw the movement of Dusan that didn't give up, that was placed right outside of the box. When that ball is coming, he's not even thinking about it, because he's going with his weak foot, boom. A bit like Kostic last year, and that goal is fantastic. On that one, I'm super happy. Yes, he needed it, fantastic, great. But then I'm not happy with the remaining part of the performance of Dusan. He's doing that movement that is annoying me so much, you can't even imagine. The movement of Chiesa, of Vlahovic, of being in the back, receiving that ball, and he wants to play it immediately without even watching where the other player is, without watching where the opposition is. And in the second half, he lost so many times the ball. Okay, I'm happy for the goal, but not only the goal, the entirety of the goal and some movements. But in the second half, he annoyed me extremely a lot in losing so much basic passes where I said, Dusha, no. And then there was another one where he really annoyed me, where at a certain moment you see that he's falling on the ground. I think there was a foul. Or whatever. The referee is not whistling. And he's complaining, which is okay. But he's continuing to complain. He doesn't care anymore about what is happening. And you see the example of Chiesa that is running past him, showing and sending him a sign like, oh, basta now, go. Usually it's Chiesa that is complaining. This time Chiesa is showing the example, but Vlahovic at that moment is totally going out of the game. Totally out of the game. And I don't agree with that. That made me really happy. I don't know what you think, guys. Now I will start reading your comments as well. But Abai, but it's a long time I didn't do a live, so people that are really loving the channel, they are continuing with their membership. So thank you. Abai, when they block our midfield and force our center backs to build up, we are lost. That's a lot of problems. I saw earlier that said we need to invest in midfield, which I agree. But on the other side, Rabiot today, the first 60 minutes, played extremely well. Nicolosi was his first game. I don't know how I have to judge him. But even McKennie in the first half did not bad, but we have to increase there. But I believe that the biggest problem is, like Abba is saying, from the moment that they block our midfield, that they are going man on man and we don't have the space to unmark ourselves, or we don't see the space. Our three defenders simultaneously, Rugani, Gatti, and Bremer, they have really difficulties to build up. I totally agree. That's a problem. And that's why sometimes I'm hearing through the corridors some voices that Juve is interested in a center back able to play with his left foot. Is there the intention to go with 4? Is there the intention to find someone that is able to build as well, to give support to the midfield? Probably. Has been like this for weeks with no change. Result is okay. Inter are babies. Yeah, I agree. Thomas, content but not satisfied. Yeah, I think it's that a bit. Membership till 2028. Let's see if I will still be able to do YouTube until 2028. But I'm sure that that as long as I have loyal people, fantastic people like Kenan, like Abai, like Shaka Star, like Calogero Galvano, like Mark, like Forza Juve, like Aldo Bonaso, I will try my best to keep up the tempo on the channel, but really appreciate it, my friend. Camis, 14 months, Juve is improving, more positive than negatives. I saw 2-3 people, not a lot, but I saw 2-3 people in the chat that were starting with Allegri out, with Allegri's garbage, Allegri's the problem, where I don't know, guys, if you are living in another alternative reality, but I don't know what can you say about today's game? You're playing against an Inter that lost against Sassuolo, drew against Bologna, and drew today. An Inter that was and is still the best defense in Serie A with 6 goals conceded, now 7. An Inter that was absolutely not dangerous in second half. The draw was satisfying both teams, which is for us a pity. But I don't understand. I saw a much better. I agree with Camis. I saw a much better Juve, especially in the first half. Not better than Inter, much better than ourselves. With intensity, with aggressivity. They surprised me a lot. I was not expecting a Juventus that would have probably put some energy in the first half, or at least in the first 20 minutes. I was thinking really to start with a low block Juve. But I think that if you're, ragazzi, let's go back. If you are going with Gatti, Bremer, Rugani, We are used to them. We saw them now that they are able to keep some clean sheets. But we come from Bonucci, Barzagli, Chiellini. We come from Ferrara, Montero, and whoever you want to in defense. We come from a school of fantastic defenders. If you tell me now today that Gatti, Rogani, Bremer is your ideal defense, or the one that you were dreaming about in the beginning of the season, probably, I don't know. Or you're dishonest, or I don't know. We are playing with that defense, and they are doing fantastically well, and I want to praise both of them, even if Gatti today, on that goal that we conceded, he was so passive on Lautaro. Lautaro had the luxury to do whatever he wanted to. If you are playing with a young kid like Nicolussi, that is playing his first game in Serie A from the start, or because Locatelli is not there, because Miretti is not feeling well, if you're not having Fagioli, if you're not having Pogba, yes, I will repeat them, because these players, we were counting on them to do the difference this season, and they are not there. That's the reality. You can say whatever you want to. That's the reality. Today you were playing in the midfield without Pogba, without Fagioli, without Locatelli. That could possibly be your 2/3, if not 3-3 of your starting midfield. This is a reality. Juventus was not able to do any mercato, not because we didn't deserve the qualification Champions League, because it's true. Then if you tell me that we have a weaker team than expected, I will tell you, yeah, it's true. If you tell me that we don't have enough qualities, yes, it's true. But if you're looking at Juventus is today second at -2 of Inter, we already played that game against Inter. Oh, ragazzi, I don't think that a lot of us would have believed that it was possible. Don't start with, I saw Abai writing that the English commentator is saying that we have so many advantage because we play one time a week. Oh, ragazzi, one time a week. If at the moment, at today, Inter played 4 more games than Juve, okay? 4 more games that are doing some differences in the other game, but absolutely not in the game of today, because both teams, they traveled with 16 players from Inter, 15 for Juve. There was the same amount of time for both teams to prepare the game, because there was nobody in La Pinetina, there was nobody in La Continassa to prepare the game. So with a few days at disposal, you prepare a game like that one. You go out with a 1-1. Where did we really risk? Can you tell me where we risk? I don't know. I want to show you something, because then you will tell me, I want to show you 2 images. The first image is of the 20th minute, or let me check when I saved it at 21:13, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. After 30 minutes. Look at that one. Wait. Sorry. I will go here. Let me show you that one. Let me show you that one. Okay. Okay. What is this? This is the where Juventus and Inter touched the ball after 30 minutes. Okay. What do we see? We see Juventus with the black dots. Let me put it even bigger. Can I put it behind the here to make it a bit more beautiful? Okay. So what do we see? We see a Juve that is super high on the field. Look at Kostic with the number 11 up on the screen. Look at Chiesa. Look at Rabiot. Triangle there on the left part of the field, but extremely high. Look at the right side with McKennie higher. Look at Gatti, look at Cambiaso. Only 2 players of Juve were behind our midfield, and it is Rogani and it is Gatti. Okay, 2 players. All the other ones after 30 minutes were up, except of Cambiaso that was really trying to help there. So you clearly see a Juventus after 30 minutes. I think it's before the goal of Inter, I believe, that was really pushing to play higher. So don't tell me now, If you want another picture, I will show you another picture. This is after, let me put it here. This is after the first half, the complete first half, where you see that Juventus, they dropped a bit. Sorry. They dropped a bit. Juventus dropped a bit with the last minutes. You see? But still quite convincing. I want to go immediately towards what Juve did at the end of the game. Where was Juve? Where was Juve on the pitch? Average position. Juve with the black dots. it's much higher than in many games. Then Inter, they went more up, because if we see the difference with Inter, that is with 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5 players up, where they were not in the first half, you see, with only 3 players and a half. So they went more up with Barella, Cervi that took their position. It's actually Mkhitaryan that was able to go a lot more up, and also Barella that played less wide but a bit more central, you see. And that's where we decided to give the ball to Inter, without Inter being extremely dangerous. But even Juve was not really the team that was saying, you know what, we parked the bus and it's over. We gave the ball to Inter. They were taking the ball in their box, and they were building. Then I will tell you what I didn't like from Juve. But I think that some comments are a bit exaggerated. 22 months from Marco, the result was okay. Still no idea how to build up. I think that at a certain moment, because I saw some build-ups in the first half, I didn't see him anymore in second half, but I believe that Juventus didn't want to build up anymore. And that's a huge difference, and that's making me pissed off. Chuck, 6 months for Sabepe. We keep fighting until the last day. And luckily we can still, because if today we were at -5, I think that psychologically it would have been extremely harsh. Alexis, grazie, my friend. Thank you for your donation. Beppe, long time. Locatelli was missed a lot, in my opinion. Nicolissi was okay, but let's be honest, he's not ready. We did well with that, what we did today, or with what we had today. Thank you again, Alexi. Look, I don't know if Nicolussi is ready or not. Because it's a player with extreme qualities. I'm sure that if today it was Juve Salernitana, Juve Frosinone, a game that was a bit more open, a bit more easy in the midfield, he would have done much more better. Today not only he had the pressure of his first game, today on top of that he had the pressure of the difficulty in the midfield of Inter that is way better than us. Then if you tell me he's a starter for Champions League level now, today, no. But I can understand it. But then you see a Locatelli that is entering, is doing immediately the difference there in the midfield. I agree with you. I agree. So Nicolussi, we need to see him more, probably in easier games so that he can enter. But at the moment, no, I can't give him a beautiful rating. It's not a disaster, but of course, Locatelli was missed a lot. But that goes also with, we do 1-1 against the strongest team in Italy, with Nicolussi, Caviglia, with Rugani, with Alexandro that is entering in the last minutes. We are playing with Cambiaso on the right side, with McKennie in the midfield, and McKennie that was not even supposed to be a Juve player this season. That's what we are doing. So maybe we underestimate what we are doing at the moment in Serie A. Let me check at the ranking of Serie A. Can we go and check a second? Because I think it's +4 on Milan, but I want to be certain of what I'm saying. +4 on Milan. +4 on Milan. -2 from Inter. The difference is there. We drew 1 game more, the one of Atalanta, and they won their game against Atalanta. That's the only difference between Inter and Juve. We have 6 points on Napoli, +9 on Roma. It was +9 on Atalanta. They switched. It was +9 on Roma. That today I thought they were doing 1-1, and then I saw that they were winning 3-1. Okay, let me be angry in a second. Mohamed, with all the things that we have to do much better, because there were a lot of things that I didn't like. This result is not bad for me. Let the Napoli do the job. We are seeing a Juve of old Allegri team almost. The team is mature. I don't want to say the team is mature. The team is maturing. I think that, to answer Mohamed, I think that if that game would have been played in the 26th match day of Serie A, I think we would have seen some extra efforts in second half of Juve. But I think that we have to understand something that is important. If we are looking at the lineup that we have, Gatti never played as first in Serie A, Bremer never, Cambiaso never, Nicolussi never, Kostic never, Chiesa never, Vlahovic never. So we are playing with 7, 8 players in our starting lineup, and even if you want to add a Locatelli, that never played as first in Serie A, except of Szczesny, Rugani, and Rabiot. All the other ones never played as first in Serie A. I think that we want to keep the dream even more alive for longer, because we are playing with a team that never played this kind of position. And if you would have lost today because you want to look for that win and you concede, as we did with that goal of Lautaro, it would have been, mentally a really hit for Juve. With the players that would have thought this week, we are not ready yet. We are not ready to compete with Inter. We are not ready to play at level part. We are not deserving to be there on top of Serie A. We can't compete for the Scudetto. Today, in the mental of the player, they will go home this evening. They will see each other on Tuesday. They will speak with the coach and they will say, you see, we can compete against an Inter. Where is Inter on top of Serie A? Where are they at +2? Can we do better against Monza? We can go into the game of Napoli, if we win against Monza, if we're able to be concentrated, with a total different mentality. We can go there saying, we won against Milan, we won against Fiorentina, we drew against Atalanta, unfortunately. We won against Lazio, that is a disaster this year, but still we won against them. We drew against Inter, we can do it against Napoli. We can do it, why not? Ideally, it would be a draw, Napoli and Inter, because if Napoli, they go with winning yesterday 2-1 against Atalanta, they go and win against Inter, they would be at 7 sky and whatever. So hopefully a draw, so that they are keeping feet on the ground. But you see that what I mean? Mentally, I think that this draw is important for the Juve players so that they go towards maturity. Abai, thank you for the donation, my friend. We thought last year was a disaster, but we are dealing with big challenges again. Hard to judge Allegri or anyone like this. Get behind our boys. It's the message referring to what I was saying earlier when he was saying, and then I will read the message of you guys, Paul, Enrico, Forza Juve, etc., etc. We didn't stop. We were not able to do Mercato. We start a few games and Pogba has doping and Fagioli gambling. It's not an excuse, but it's tough. It's really, really, really tough. I challenge everyone to do what we are doing with the team that we have this year, that according to me is not complete. Forget about switching towards a 4-man defense. It's not possible. I don't think so. So I agree with your message, Abai, and that's why I also want to be next to them. Oh, we started Kenan Yildiz, Hyson, we have Miretti, we started Nicolussi in a crucial game. You can say whatever you want about Allegri, but another coach probably would not have played Nicolussi. They would have played Rabiot as a regista, or they would have played even forcing Locatelli to play, or going with whatever, but probably they would not have launched a player like that. He did it also last year against Torino with Barrenechea. So you can say, Ryan, I will put you in timeout. I know that you are loyal on the channel, but it's every single time the same with you. You can't keep your mouth shut, and you're really disrespecting. I don't like these kind of comments because, with all the respect, Ryan, I love you because you are a really kind guy. You are really loyal. You are watching every single video, but every time you are commenting as a kid full of ignorance. You are coming, you have absolutely no idea about football. You don't speak about football. You just come to insult when things are not going okay. Ryan, with all the respect, enough. Basta. Speak about football. Say what you liked, what you didn't like. But these kind of messages are not welcome on the channel. I don't care. If you want to go to other channels, you can go, but not here. You're annoying me. We are speaking about football. We are speaking about football, about the realities. And these words, insults towards person, are absolutely not accepted today. I I will not accept. Ragazzi, with all the respect. With all the respect. Ciao Saraz. Sandro's switch is to support the defense. It's understandable. Danas was waiting for Yildiz. He never came. Disgrace. Dana, I just explained. Maybe you don't know, but when the teams, both of the teams are looking for the draw, because mentally it was important for a draw, in a mental way, in a way of understanding football with a bit of psychology, you don't let Kenan Yildiz enter for what? Did you see how many times Milik touched the ball? I think if he touched the ball 3 times, it's a lot. Let me go to tell you the right numbers before saying stupid things. Milik touched the balls 2 times. I said 3, I was generous. 2 times. Moiskin 4 times. In 10 minutes plus 4 of injury time. So in a quarter, in 15 minutes, which is long, 15 minutes. 2 times Milik touched the ball, 4 times Moiskin. Why do you play at that moment Kenan Yildiz? Why do you let him enter? Is it because Allegri doesn't want to play the kid? No, it's not. Because he played in a game at Verona that you had to win. You wanted to win. And Kenan missed the goal. But let's not forget about that. He missed it, but he entered. He wanted to. He tried to. So when you really want to go that extra little push and you want to, you put a Kenan Yildiz. You give him freedom to create, to do crazy things, and to try. When you are going against an Inter, where one time we made a mistake. And when did we do that mistake? We did that mistake, let's be honest. We did that mistake attacking. It's not that you... When did we concede a goal? When did we concede a goal? When Juventus was attacking. Which is good, huh? We attacked, we tried. We try. With Chiesa, is receiving a punch, according to me, from Darmian. The referee is deciding that Cambiaso is yellow card. Darmian is okay. Let him go. Because we didn't even speak about that after 37 minutes of life. Saying okay, they go in full velocity. And when preparing the game this morning, we were speaking about the dangers of it. I don't know if you watched the video or not this morning, but we showed it clearly. I will show you the image again. Here. Look, we said it this morning that this was the strongest point of Inter. Okay? Understanding football, analyzing football, and checking. Disaster. Beppe today is a disaster. Grande. We did it. If you're looking, this is the strongest point of Inter. This is we know it. We know it. When the team is attacking, they go with full velocity with all their men. And it's super difficult to resist them. We did one mistake with Chiesa attack. It's not that we parked the bus and because we parked the bus, we conceded the goal. No. We attacked. There is a foul on Chiesa, not whistled. And then we are out of position. Rugani is trying to tackle Dumfries. He's totally missing him. They go with Thuram. Fantastic pass. Gatti. I don't know what he was doing there. Extremely passive. And we are receiving the goal. But it's not because of parking the bus. You see what I mean? And according to me, Kenan Yildiz, I was not expecting Kenan Yildiz in the second half at a certain moment. Because the game was over. We like it or not, the game was over. And there was no intention from both teams to go and try. If it happened, it happened. But otherwise than that, no. Alessandro agreed the one time we need to park the bus after the goal for the rest of the half, they came out again. It's true. Rico, I was so fired up before the game, Beppe, but the players didn't have enough fire points in the game. Too many back passes. In second half. In the first half, I don't agree. I honestly think Sandro should never came on. I understand it. It was for defensive stability, but he played 2 minutes, guys. You know why? I tell you why. It's as simple as that. Try to think about it. I I will ask you the question so that we have a bit of interaction. Who can tell me why? Who can tell me why Alexandro entered? Let's see. Ryan is leaving. Ciao, Ryan. Who can tell me why? Yeah, Aldo is saying it. Bilal, Cole, because not only Kostic had a yellow card, because on that side, Cuadrado was looking to make sure that he would have had a red. The first one was already a huge reaction from Kostic, and the game started to be really heated on that side of the field. And Max Allegri didn't want to miss Kostic because of a stupid second reaction foul, because actually he did a second foul. It was not that exaggerated, so it was okay, but he could have received already that yellow card. He said, you know what, we are risking here, not the game of today, but even Monza, who knows if it's really a reaction. When you are going with a reaction foul, it's 2 games that you are missing. You are missing and Monza and Napoli. Yeah, he did a tactical foul, D-man, but he's doing a harsh foul. And right after that, Cuadrado fouled him a lot. So, it was kind of a revenge that he was taking, and tactically and revenge. And we know how it goes. So, no, for me, it was not to give him minutes. What do you want to do with giving minutes to Alexandro? Look at how many minutes he entered. He entered when? At the 89th minute. What do you want to give him? 1 minute. 1 minute plus 4. It's even less than Nicolosi. That's the only reason. Kostic is booked at 79th minute. He continued to play. He sees that it started to be heat up there on the right side with Cuadrado that is looking for it. And we know it. How many seasons did he play with us? 7, 8? We know him. Cuadrado is a master at that. And that's why he's going out. Makes totally sense. Who do you play there? Ealing Jr. You play Ealing Jr. for 1 minute. Ealing Jr., you know it. The role of Ealing Jr. is to go when we are unfortunately looking for the result, because we are in disadvantage where the other team is leading, and we are trying to go with pressure with a lot of men up offensively. This was not the case today. I try to explain a bit what happened and why. No, I know that you were joking. It's true, Cecilia. He was booked. That's the thing. That's why he entered. Sandro entered to neutralize Cuadrado and to help defense. Also cost to neutralize. It's 5 minutes, but we didn't even know how long there would be the extra time, but we knew it would not be that much. But no, it's not to neutralize Cuadrado, but it is, if you have to give a red card, take it to Sandro instead of Kostic. If you have to go with a yellow card, better him. But yeah, in a way, to neutralize him. To park the bus even more, I don't agree, or probably you just enter or you didn't listen to what I said. But if you are looking at here, parking the bus is something else. If you're looking at the images that I'm showing you here. Yeah. Why do I have a plane there in the back? Yeah. So you see, this is not parking the bus according to me. And we're not risking. That's what I think. Okay, what did I not like in Juve Inter? That goal that we are conceding, I don't like it. I don't like it because it's stupid. We are scoring at the 27th, and 6 minutes later we concede. We can speak about parking the bus. I saw some insults to Allegri, to the way that we played and so on. But that goal we conceded because we attack. You can say whatever we want. That goal we concede because we attack, which is good. But if we attack, we have to be really aware of the way of playing of Inter. And the way of playing of Inter, we know it. It's the one that will punish you if you leave spaces behind. So if you attack, you can't go with everyone up. With Rugani out of position, with Bremer out of position, with Gatti out of position. And that's, according to me, a really stupid thing, probably because we were taken by an enthusiasm. We wanted and won fall of concentration, because that's what we did, problem of concentration, and we concede. Okay, I didn't like what I saw there, but then I didn't like the fact that in second half, so many bad passes, not able to build up. I didn't like the last 5 minutes of the first half where we couldn't recuperate the ball in the possession of Inter. It was not even the intention at a certain moment, but from the moment that you are taking the ball, you can't do 2 passes in a row. Much better in the first half, where I saw the stats as well. We were much more precise. We were over 80%. I believe we were at 83, 84% ball pass precision. I don't know if I have it or not with the stats. At the end, we finished with 83, but I believe we were at 85, 86% pass accuracy. We were at 74 pass accuracy in opposition half, which is something, you know it on the channel, quite strange for you, because usually we are there at 65. So much more precise in first half, and then it was over. From the moment that we recuperated the ball, we were never able to find ourselves, we were not unmarking ourselves, and then you saw a lot of confusion, dirty plays. McKennie today, according to me, played well when he had not the ball. When McKennie had not the ball, he was great. When he had the ball, disaster. Disaster. McKennie with the ball today was really bad. Extremely bad. Not able to do a control, but a lot of players are not able to do a control. No, today, this is not, at a certain moment, I don't understand if we can speak about professional football. I can't understand, and I can't say that we are playing professional football. If I go now with this one, let me show you. If I go with the tactical pad that I wanted to show you, it's not Miretti that played, because I didn't use it, but it was Nicolussi that played here, okay? Something that I really liked today was in the first half, was Cambiaso and McKennie changing a lot. I saw that multiple times, that Cambiaso went centrally and McKennie went on the wing. And I think that this created a lot of problems for Inter on that right side. You saw Di Marco was here, Mkhitaryan was here, because of that switched of position with Gatti that was higher. So they really tried to go really up the players. By the way, Cambiaso was even here. Gatti was here. So you see a Juve that was interchanging a lot of time the position here, with McKennie doing that movement, and they didn't let Di Marco doing what he did in the second half. In the second half, we gave much more space to Di Marco, which started to be really dangerous. But I really liked what I saw here. This is something that I liked, but unfortunately, we were not able to do it in second half. We are complaining about McKennie, and I am complaining about McKennie. On the other side, let's not forget that McKennie, we were not even sure that he would play today. Apparently, there is Tuttosport that tweeted about the fall. Let me check if you are able to watch it or not. Juve Inter 1-1. Lautaro is answering to Vlahovic, but the draw is not correct. But I agree. Yes, I agree. What can I say? I agree. Ragazzi, you have the pictures here. You have the pictures. 7 pictures to show it. Where? Can we go up? I don't know if you are able to see them or not. The fall is coming from here. The fall is coming from here. You see? Can I put them bigger, the pictures, or not? No, I can't. I can't put them bigger. Maybe. I can't. Sorry, guys. I can't put them bigger. But you know how it went. Here you see it a bit more closer. You see Darmian that is going totally on Chiesa. He doesn't care about the ball. He's going totally on Chiesa. You see all the angles. Here you see it even with a big close-up. Here you see with a big close-up. He's going first of the man, and that's what a foul. Then you tell me, but the referee let the game go and he was not whistling every foul. And I agree with that. But then why are you giving a yellow card to Cambiaso for a slight touch on the face, which was correct. I said immediately, it's a foul. Yellow card when you are touching the face with your open hand is a lot of times yellow card. But ragazzi. Then, the draw is correct. But if we are looking at a season where they cancel a goal to Keane against Verona, they come back. How many goals were cancelled? They have to come back to when Keane was 13. And then you see this, and it's okay. It's not correct. It is not correct. This will not change my analysis of the game. I liked the first 35 minutes of Juve, and then Juventus decided after the goal of Lautaro that pay attention. Don't risk at all. And we didn't risk. And Inter said at a certain moment, we tried. We are not able to go through their wall, so it's okay. But if they look back, Moise goal. But that's the thing, It's not correct. You told us he will play, Beppe. Who will play? Yeah, he will play, but he's not at 100%. Beppe, you break it down perfectly. Would Ealing Jr. ever be right wing in 4-3-3? If we play 4-3-3, yes. If you play 3-5-2, he will only play when you go and you have to chase a goal. This is the reality. But can you tell me? Because now we are speaking a lot of time about Ealing Jr. that I like, and you see the skills, and he will do fantastically well in Premier League and whatever, in Ligue 1 or wherever he goes. But did you see a full game of Ealing Jr. from the start in a game against a team where we have to do the double face, up and down? Today, Kostic, according to me, was one of the best ones. Today, Kostic was really, really great. I really like Kostic. I know that you will tell me Vlahovic, but according to me, Vlahovic, goal, fantastic, fantastic goal. But it's not top man of the game. I don't know what you think, but according to me, no, he's not. He's not the man of the match. He did too many mistakes in second half. And that's a pity, because at a certain moment, I think personally, I was speaking about it last time on a live, I don't remember with who, and I was saying I hope that Dusan Vlahovic will score. I hope that Dusan Vlahovic will score with the Serbian national team so that he can have that energy boost, that belief in himself, so that he can come back and he believes in the power so that he can do well against Inter. I don't remember who he told me, and he was totally correct. He told me, Beppe, but I think that we are already over the stage of waiting for Dusan to score and hoping to score a goal so that he will have that energy boost. Ragazzi, this can work the first year. This can work at the first initial problem, but at a certain moment, we are speaking about a player that will become 24, that already went through mini crisis of scoring a lot of goals, finishing on the papers. Vlahovic is the best one. 2, I am not scoring anymore for 7 games, 8 games. We saw him playing against teams where there was the possibility to score, Cagliari, Verona, etc., where it's not doing well. So, you see, at a certain moment, we have also to get over the fact that, that goal will help us to come. What? No. At a certain moment, you have to understand that you are Dusan Vlahovic, that we invested a lot in you, that we are waiting for you, and if you don't need that goal anymore to show us that you are great. You are just great. Basta. Waiting for a goal. So, and you saw today after the goal where she did fantastically well. And it was amazing. After that, he disappeared again. Doing again the same mistake, not able to control a ball, not able to do a pass. I was pissed off today with him. So for me, it doesn't enter. While Kostic, he was great offensively, defensively. Offensively in the beginning. Today I saw a better partnership between Kostic and Chiesa, which was one of the weaknesses there on the left. So, I don't know. Alexis, thank you, my friend. Thank you for the donation. I completely forgot Kostic got a yellow. It was the right decision. I just wanted to see Kostic cross the ball at the end of the game. Yeah. I know. Me as well. When I saw Alexander entering, I said, what is he doing? What is he doing? Why? And then I understood. Then I understood immediately. Or you let him go, But I understood. And I think it's a correct choice. I think it's a total correct choice. It's a pity because we don't like Alexandro. It's just because we don't like Alexandro. But it's the correct choice to do at that moment of the game where on that side Cuadrado is provoking everyone. Look at that simulation that he's doing that jump. But it's funny, because we know Cuadrado. Let's now not pretend Cuadrado never did at Juve. He always did all these kind of things as well. We were closing an eye because it was a Juve player. But he's trying. It's a tricky player. It's a player that is cheating, that is trying, that is jumping. We know it. It's part of the game. And they know it. Moiskin at a certain moment is even laughing with him, saying, what are you doing? We know you. But the thing is, the referee are still falling for it. What is funny is how the Inter supporters in the beginning of the season said, we need to wash you because you are dirty, because you are a cheater. We will show you the values at Inter because at Inter we are not doing these kind of things. That's where I get angry. They canceled our goal against Napoli but also with Milik, I remember they canceled the goal of Locatelli against Roma. So Roma, they canceled the goal. You remember the goal of Locatelli because Dusan Vlahovic touched it slightly with his hand, was like that. They canceled. I think we are at 5 times, something like that. Hurnok is saying, ciao, buonanotte, Pepe. I have 3% battery. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Grazie, you're fantastic. Paul Enrico, that's my bond, Pepe. In August, you would never say Gatti, Rugani, McKennie, Nucolusi, Cambiato would have been started in November. So 11 Inter started versus 6. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I understand, Paul Enrico. Yeah. Lilgi, my bro, thank you, my friend. Dusan is always complaining instead of fighting. But I said it earlier, exactly this. That made me super, super angry. Super angry. Especially because then you see a Chiesa that is rushing, but he's coming from I don't know where, so he has to do the job that Dusan had to do. Complain, of course, because it's football, because you complain. When I'm coaching the kids, at a certain moment, I'm also complaining with the world because I'm pissed off. And I lose a bit that momentum of the game, which I should not. But it's football. You have this testosterone. You have the moment. You're angry. It's not correct. I understand it. And sometimes we should complain even more, I think, because sometimes we are not complaining enough. But don't complain while the ball is rolling. Complain when it's over. Complain then, not when the ball is rolling. Because then you lose momentums. But I know you watched Manchester City, Liverpool, and so did I. Did you see the difference between playing out the back? Is the difference finances? The ball sticks to them. For both teams, it was tough. I saw City, Liverpool. There's something that I don't know how they do in England. I have no idea. But they run. They run for 100 minutes. Both teams, But not only Manchester City and Liverpool. The 20 teams of Premier League, they run. They run. And they run in more games than Serie A. Because Coppa Italia, for the big teams, they have 5 games if they arrive to the final. Only 5 games. In England, they have like 2 competitions and they start all the way on. They run. Then they have a perfect precision in their pass. The accuracy of passes is high, incredible, and they are doing it in high speed velocity. So it's even more difficult. It's difficult. They are going fast. They are playing, and they are precise, which we are absolutely not. Of course, the quality of players is extremely high. What I don't like is the crazy mistakes that they do in Premier League. I see a lot of games of Premier League as well. They don't care about defending. They go up and they leave some spaces, some things. Look at the goal conceded by Liverpool goalkeeper. A disaster. But Donnarumma the same. Sometimes you have to put that ball away, to put it high. And I don't understand. But no, if you're comparing Manchester City, Liverpool, it was much higher in quality than Juve Inter. Much higher. Because Juve Inter was played in 35 minutes. The two teams scored and the game was over. It's a pity to see a game that is potentially watched by 1 billion fans to see that it's over. That's it. But that's Italian football. That's Italian top football. You know it. 23 times, that's the result that was the most in Juve Inter was 1-0 for Juve. 23 times. That's the biggest, or the result that came the most in that game. 23 times, 1-0. It is like that. It is Italy. You like it, you don't like it. If you don't like defending, but intelligent defending, Serie A is tough, ragazzi, for you to appreciate, because we are playing with tactics, we are playing to close the spaces, we are thinking about defending first and then in spaces attacking. But look at Inter. They were doing exactly the same, except that they had some quality where they were able to be extremely precise with passes. Juve was not pressing, so they had the ball management. They were circulating that ball with 2 touches, which they were doing perfectly well. But that's what happened in both teams, except that Inter is doing it with a lot more quality than Juve, and with stronger players than Juve. If you see the movements of Lautaro, ragazzi, if you see the movements of Thuram, I think at today, the partnership Thuram-Lautaro is stronger than Chiesa and Vlahovic at today. Lautaro scores his 13th goal, I believe, in 13 games. He's on fire. He's not missing. He had 1 ball he scored. But the rest of the game, I saw Lautaro going to the left. I saw Lautaro going to the right. I don't remember Lautaro missing passes. Simple passes. Thuram, movements were fantastic and perfect today. At today, the partnership is better. And it's strange, because they know each other since 4 or 5 months. While Chiesa and Vlahovic, they even know each other from Fiorentina. They are friends since there. So I'm not saying that individually Thuram is better than Chiesa, Lautaro is better than Vlahovic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the partnership is coming better. Today, what I'm expecting is that first goal partnership. This was something that was incredible, and what I'm expecting. But how many times did we see something like that? And to be honest, that's the movement from a winger from Chiesa. It's not the movement from a 3-5-2 player that is playing as a second striker. If you are looking at the second striker movements partnership with Vlahovic, I don't feel that partnership Del Piero Trezeguet today. We are speaking about monsters of Juve, but I don't feel that partnership of Del Piero Trezeguet, of Dybala Higuain. First Dybala Mandzukic. Dybala Higuain later, but first Dybala Mandzukic. Dybala Mandzukic, when they were playing a 3-5-2, because people forget, before we went towards a 4-2-3-1, they had that partnership. One was doing the movement, the other one was going inside the spaces. Who else? We had so many great strikers in the history of Juve, but Ibrahimovic, Trezeguet, 2 players where you say, there is not that, that small technical player and the long one that is scoring. No, but it was totally different. it was totally different. Bogdan is gifting one membership, and the lucky one was Chunky Slim that I received the membership from Bogdan Gradisteu. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Bogdan. And I hope that Chunky saw and said thank you. Hope so. Not yet. Corriging Beppe, can Yildiz get some minutes versus Monza? But you know what is the difficulty, Colo? I hope because I love Kenan Yildiz. You know what is the difficulty? Wait a second. Because after the game, it's always cold here. I will answer that quick. Give me 1 minute. I take some water. I take my t-shirt off because I'm cold. I also have here these pants of Juve. It's beautiful. Huh? Really beautiful. Look at the beauty. That's my new. It's really beautiful. Look at that. With that, it's beautiful, huh? No? It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Look here. I really like that one. I really like it. It's really beautiful. But it's so light that I start to be a bit cold. So give me a second. I will put GJustjuve Beauty. Beauty or booty, Sir Raz? It's beautiful. And I even have the... Wait. Look. The complete pack. The complete pack is really beautiful. Look, you see? Up. And you go like that. Fantastic. Oh, you see a bit the shirt here coming down. It's great, huh? It's great. Black Friday, guys. No, I didn't buy. I bought it full price when I was in Torino. But it's beautiful, huh? It's fantastic. It's already better. Wait, I answer Colo and then I will take water. So I was saying about Kenan Yildiz. Kenan Yildiz, fantastic player. I love Kenan Yildiz. The problem is that we are playing with 3-5-2. Not that he can't play in a 3-5-2, because he can play in a 3-5-2. The problem there with Kenan is that all the strikers are physically great. And you need to play Dusan Vlahovic and you need to play Chiesa. Unfortunately, we are playing one competition only. You have to play and Chiesa and Vlahovic. You have to. You are obliged because Vlahovic is a player that you invested a lot, and if he's not performing, you need to have him on the field so that he's gaining confidence. If today you put him on the bench, probably mentally he crashes. And luckily he's scoring today. Luckily, he's doing an okay performance in first half, where I don't know what happened in second, but you need to play him. And Chiesa as well, you can't keep him on the bench. So what's the problem? The problem is that you have no space for other players. And the other problem is that Moise Kean and Arkadiusz Milik, they are there. Arkadiusz Milik, he trained all week in La Continassa. He was ready. Unfortunately, he touched 2 balls. In a game like the one of Inter, I think that Kenan Yildiz had no chances to enter, and it would have been even strange. Against Monza, you have another game. I don't believe that he can start. But I think that Kenan could potentially have some minutes. Yeah, depending also on the score. That's why, a team like Monza that today did 1-1, it's never an easy team to play against. Paladino is doing great. But you should go in the first half with 3-0. And then you put a player out. You let Kenan Yildiz playing some minutes. You let play Miretti. You let play, Huijsen. Why not Huijsen? But the problem is that we have 5 attacking players in a 3-5-2. That's the problem. Then, if I needed to see Kenan Yildiz today 10 minutes, like Milik, touching 2 balls, better for me to just skip that game. But Kenan will have minutes. That's why we are really trying to go towards 3 offensive players. We are really trying. But I think that we can potentially evolve towards 3 players up front towards the second part of the season, even if the 3-5-2 at the end is bringing us at -2 of Inter after 13 games and having played against them. So, I don't know. No, as a mezzala, no. Because also Max said he's more an offensive player. He can play as a trequartista. He can play in a 4-3-3 on the left. a bit on the right as well. Even if it's not his preferred, he prefers to go on the left to enter and go with his right foot. That's the difference with him and Ealing. Ealing prefers to go with his left, while Kenan with his right. But with Turkey was playing there as well, in that three offensive men there on the left. But no, I don't believe as a mezzala. Also, we tried him, and it's more an offensive player. Miguel, 3 months. Was there a foul before Inter goal, or am I right? No, it was a foul. Thank you for 3 months, Miguel. Gracias. But yes, yeah, we were just speaking about it. We showed it, and it's again Juve. For me, that's a foul. And I saw it immediately. I said that's a foul. Because he's going really with his elbow. That's a foul, according to me. I was not wrong, huh? I was not wrong. I see the. You know what's strange? I see the Inter fans under the comments of Tuttosport. They're all saying that they're laughing with Tuttosport that said that it was foul. Let me check. I didn't see it here. I want to see the fall here, but I don't see the fall. I see Dumfries on Chiesa, no fall. Barella, big shot on Chiesa. Apparently no fall. Ah, mamma mia, there is... Of course there is a fall. Of course there is a fall. Of course there is a fall. I will show you, huh? I will show you in a second. Of course there is a fall. Look. 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 So. Wait, So, here. You see? Barella. Wait, can I put it bigger maybe? Wait, and that's Dumfries. But then you see Barella here. Look at Barella. He's going with his foot on Chiesa. You see? But it's small. You can't see it a lot. It's really small. I give up. I give up because it's really too small. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, no. Looks like it's not that much of a foul. I can't show you, otherwise they will ban the channel. But if you're looking at that one, look, here you see in zoom, you see that actually it's not going on the face because Darmian is keeping his hands down. It's actually it's tough. It's tough. I don't know. Ragazzi, I don't know. I don't know if it was foul or not. I thought it was foul. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was watching, Hanin, but I don't know. Eldar was expecting a 1-1 or a 2-2, so I'm not sad, but Winter Mercato should bring a couple of players to the middle. A couple, I think that your expectations are a bit too high. My friend. A couple. By the way, today, Giuntoli spoke and he said, if there are some opportunities, quality and finance opportunities, we will try to go for it, or we will try to be there. But otherwise, I don't believe that with a single player you are able to change everything. So we want to assess Enda Nicolosi and the Ealing Jr. in the position in the midfield. So looks like we don't want to change too much. The issue is he going player, not ball? Yeah. If he's going on the player, yeah. Just circus. What else? Ragazzi, what else didn't speak about? Wait, the choices of Max. I think I said it already, yeah? That for me, it's quite brave to put Nicolosi, better a player that is able to play than risking, with someone that is half-half. So on that one, I can't say. For me, it was the best lineup available. But we tried. He surprised me with the Juventus that was trying in the beginning for 30 minutes. At the end, you see also that Juventus played much higher than what people are thinking. I don't believe that we parked the bus after scoring. Actually, it's the reverse. We didn't park the bus. We attacked and we conceded because of many mistakes. And Lilgi saying Bremer, Gatti, and Rugani words about them. One time they did a mistake. And we conceded the goal. And it was a combo mistake from Bremer, Rugani, and Gatti. Rugani is trying to anticipate. Gatti is the worst one, according to me, on that goal that we concede. He has the most fouls because he's really on the player, Lautaro. And Lautaro has not only his anticipated, because then you can be anticipated. But the problem is that not only he anticipated him, but on top of that, he has the luxury to be tranquillo. And it's Gatti in front of him. Huh? So, strange. For me, Gatti, there is still a lot of room for doing better for Gatti. Much better. He needs to still learn, to grow in experience, etc., etc. He's doing great things, but still there are some things that he has to do better. What is this strange comment from Jurgen? Jurgen, I understand he's anti-Allegri. Eh? This coach is giving a result and he will stay. Beppe, are you ready to watch that kind of football next season? I think that, Jurgen, you are new to the channel then, huh? He's giving result. Ragazzi, I live for results. I don't care about playing fantastic football and being seventh like Brighton. I don't care about Brighton, one season wonder Fiorentina, that at the moment I think they are again 8 with Vincenzo Italiano. Now you tell me, yeah, but they are small teams, they are not Juve, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Seriously. I really don't care. Of course, I want to be entertained, I want to have fun, but I really don't care. If Max Allegri is giving me results, grande Max Allegri. If Sarri was giving me results, grande Sarri. If Mourinho, the coach that I hate the most, is giving me results, grande Mourinho, grande De Zerbi, grande Antonio Conte, grande... Who? I don't care. Give me Zanetti, the vice president of Inter. I don't care. But seriously, if it's Allegri. If you bring me the results, what is results? Results is winning trophies. I'm happy, huh? I am happy. happy. More than that, I can't tell you. Then, if we are looking at the reality, we are overperforming with the team that we have. This is a reality. If you don't like it, sorry for you, Jurgen. With all the respect, sorry for you if you don't admit the reality. But I think that you can find a middle way in appreciating what we are doing, being critic, and being also dare to say, I think we can do better. Today, people are saying we played, because I saw the word a lot of time, coward game, we partied, but you are out of this world. You don't understand football. This is not what we did. We are not playing like Manchester City. We are not playing at Premier League way of playing. But this is not Serie A. Except of the miracle team that is coming and that is doing Calcio Champagne for a moment. But Inter is not doing that. Inter is not doing that. Inter is not doing that kind of game. This is not the game of Inter. This is not the game of Juve. This is a bit more the game of Milan that has always have in that DNA a bit more offensive football with a bit more fantasy football since the 80s with Berlusconi, with Sacchi, etc., etc. But you can say whatever you want. Even Spalletti, when he had to defend the score, he's putting 5 players behind. Politano is coming in, is coming out. Or was it not Politano? I don't remember who was the player. Ragazzi, basta. What are you speaking about? Even Guardiola is telling you there is no coach that is not thinking about result. If there is no coach that is not thinking about result, there is 2 faces. There is the De Zerbi world, there is the Allegri world. But there was one thing in common. Both of them want to win. That's their main target. It's winning. When I'm playing with the kids, my thing is I want to win first. Then I check at the guys. Then I understand that they are 8 years old, 9 years old, because it's under 9. And I understand perfectly that the guys, you are in 2023. That means that you have to rotate also the players that are a bit less good. You need to play them, and that can risk you to lose. Okay, I accept because it's like that. But I want to win, and then I'm pissed off, and then I'm thinking, was it correct? What was it not correct? And then I think about my objectives. What is my objective? My objective is to let these kids grow. That's my main objective. When I'm talking with the president, they are not telling me win the league. They are telling me we have to develop players. Today, the objective of Juve is to qualify to Champions League. And if there is the possibility for more, we go for more. To work on a cohesive team that step by step starts to be again aware of what is winning, of not being scared anymore against a Benevento, against a Monza, against whatever team that is coming to the Allianz Stadium, that you are able to have a solidity to improve, to check, to try, to launch young kids as we are doing with the Next Gen project. This is what we are doing, and we are doing it now. So if you are telling me, but we are not playing beautiful football, ragazzi, I saw beautiful Juventus, I saw ugly Juventus, but I saw I didn't saw all the 126 years of Juve. Let's be honest. But I saw more than 30 years of Juve. I can guarantee you that the first thing that Juve is looking is for results. Step by step. I saw negative cycles we are building up. For the people that are telling me today that we are not doing any improvement, you are lying to ourselves because it's not correct. Today, you are there, a team with what we have, without Mercato, etc., that is competing with the first one that everyone is praising. This is the reality. Then you will tell me, but like that we will lose against Manchester City. Yeah, but we are not playing against Manchester City because they took away from us the Champions League. Because we start today with a Pogba and a Fagioli that would have been starters in our team, and because of doping, because of gambling, that Juventus has nothing to see with that, they are not able to play. This is the reality. This is the reality. And we are doing it even worse. But I understand that young people, they are obsessed with only one thing. They only see when people have the ball. They don't see the off the ball movements. Why? Because this weekend, I saw Liga. You know that I like to see different things. Liga is starting something new. Liga is starting to give a patch on the shirt, in the back, over the goal. Let me show you. I will show you the picture. Okay. I will show you the picture. Liga, listen really well and carefully. What does that mean? Here. You can see it a bit over the name of Mbappé. Do you see it over the A and the P? The A and the P. You see? There is a kind of thing, I don't know what it is. It's a kind of reflection patch, small. Well, what is that? Can we see it or not? A bit larger. Maybe I'm trying to check if we... Here see it a bit more because it's a bit reflection light. It's here it's in yellow. What is it? You saw it. Okay, grande. What is this? This is actually a new thing that they introduced at match day 12 or 13, whatever. They didn't even start the season with. And they will put that on the shirt of the top scorer of Liga at that moment. That means today it's Mbappé, it will be Mbappé. If tomorrow it will be, I don't know, Wahi from Lens that is going with more goals than Mbappé in total, he will have that badge, okay, for 1 game, for 2 games, for 3 games, depending. As long as he's top scorer of the league, he has that badge, okay? So now Mbappé, I think he is at 14 or 15 goals in Liga. The second one is at 7 goals. So I can already nearly predict that Mbappé will keep it for the rest of the season. Anyway, we don't care. If he deserves, he deserves. But it's a disgusting idea. LJJ, you see, LJJ is a bit younger. Wow, it's an amazing idea. No, it's a disgusting idea. Why? Because you are, again, awarding a player that is a striker again. Why are you not giving it to the best goalkeeper that has the most clean sheets? But is it only the goalkeeper or is it also the defenders? Why are you not giving one for the best assist man? No, we are always going with rewards for the striker. Ballon d'Or is only for strikers. And then they change a bit the rules. Sometimes it's the World Cup, sometimes it's something else. But it's disgusting. Because you are again going towards we only reward what we want to reward. Individual rewards. And we are never going towards team rewards. So you see, we are pushing again individualities. Oh, football is a team of sport made of a coach, a technical staff, a management, players on the field that are playing in defense, in the goal, in the midfield, on the wings, and as strikers. It's great, huh? If I was a striker, I would love to have that badge. It's nice, it's shiny, it's great, but it's not correct. If you give it to a tennisman, give it to a swimmer, and don't give it to... Again, I don't understand. You want to do something like that? Give it to the team that is having the most, I don't know, the best defense. Give it to Nice. But not only the goalkeeper, not only the defenders, the entire team. That after 13 days, they have only 4 goals conceded, the best team in Europe. Give it like that to the best defense in Europe and the best attack in Europe. But the entire team, you have a small badge for the defense. Next to it, the small patch in the back for your strikers. I don't know. That's nice. Reward collectivity. And it's not the fault of the young generation, but Ballon d'Or is going there. Then you have global award. Then you have this, you have this, you have the small patches now. Yeah, no, Masoud, I understand. The times is changing, generation changing. This is the world of TikTok now. We have to keep it up. It's true, but it's not right. I love changes. I am ready for changes. I want changes. I wanted VAR, for example, even if I don't agree how it's used by the human being, but I wanted VAR technology. I don't care. Goal line technology is fantastic. It is fantastic. We have to advance. But not only there, you have a lot of things that are great. I love. I'm doing Twitch, ragazzi. I'm happy. I have the opportunity to talk with players, to do something. It's fantastic. So I can't complain. But not rewarding individualities for something collective. Because then you are going with people that are going crazy, like earlier, some people, I will not mention the name, that are going with insulting. I don't know why. Insulting a single performance, insulting a single game, insulting actually the story of Serie A, the story of Calcio, the story of Juventus, the story of, if you're saying today, will you be happy with a coach like that next year because he's bringing you results? Ma certo, of course I'm happy if he's bringing me results. Do I want to see more? Do I want to see better? Of course I want to see better. But I would also want my management to go on the market, and I'm happy that they are pumping money on. But you see? No, LGJ, but I know. But it's because I know that people, they see these kind of pictures, Mbappe, the thing. It's not even correct. Why are you giving it at game 13 when things are already done? Because he has 15 goals, 14, 15 goals in Liga. You know that he will keep it for the remaining part of it. It makes not even sense. And then it's just, an initiative of Liga. Look, they are even pushing it, Liga. English, captain, top scorer, and scorer tonight. I don't understand. Boo. It's me, Probably I am guilty. Rabiot said, it's a good result. We wanted to win, but Inter are difficult to face. We are halfway through the championship. There's time to score points later. The glass is half full. What about the Scudetto? The objective we tell ourselves in the locker room is to win it. We are strong. We must be aware of it, and we can do it. Attenzione! Attenzione, two things. The first one is that been, my friend, 25 months, Ciao Beppe, the fact that some of us still don't realize that we are missing half of our squad and still are able to be second in the league. Forza Allegri, we spoke about it a lot, and thank you for your membership, 25 months. And also thank you to Hurnok01 that became a member right now, a new member. Thank you, Hurnok. Really appreciate it. But I agree. And attenzione, because we have a comment here from Adrien Rabiot. What do you think with it? When I telling you, ragazzi, calma, when we are telling you objective top 4, here we have the words of Adrien Rabiot, and I will send him a message later. He says, it's a good result, What about the Scudetto? The objective that we are telling ourselves in the locker room is that we want to win it. We need to win it. We are strong, we must be aware of it, and we can do it. We are strong, we must be aware. That means that we are not 100% sure. We are not sure, still aware of it, and we can do it. So these words, what are they saying? That the stories of Allegri, of Giuntoli, of etc., they are not lying to us when they are telling us the minimal objective is top 4. Top 4 is minimal. Why? Because it's crucial, it's vital. You can't go without Champions League for a second year. You can't go to a second year. So, makes sense. A minimal objective, is there. Then you can have better. You can do better. You need to do better. Minimal objective for this year is top 4. We know that we have a weaker, not complete team than Napoli, Milan, Inter. So we are realistic. Minimal objective, top 4. Then we stick. You remember, try to remember yourself when I told you in December we will reassess. Why? Because then you have the mercato. And then we see. In December, we will also know which of the Italian team will be out of European competition. Because, of course, if Inter impossible because they already qualified. But if Inter, Napoli, Milan, they would all have been out of Champions League. Fourth in their group, let's say fourth. End of December, well, in January, nobody is playing a European competition. And that benefit that you have is gone in December. So that's why it was important to understand. Then, we try to continue to stick to be there in the month of March, in the month of April, being ready for that final push. Minimal top 4 means you can finish third, you can finish second, you can finish first. Nobody on earth will tell you, ragazzi, we are fourth now, grande, give up, we did what we had to do, No, when you're there, you go. Giuntoli told you. We have to make sure that we don't put ourselves limits. Allegri told you in press conference on Friday, he said, we must continue to desire things. What are the things? Is to win games. That's the desire that we need to have. And now Rabiot is telling you what we all said. All this blah blah from people on social network, on whatever, that they were telling you, but it's not okay, it's not the philosophy of Juve, that you, how do you dare to go in front of microphones and saying that our minimal objective is top 4 because the story of Juve. No, ragazzi. You have one thing is the communication, the public communication, and you have a second thing, which is super important, is what you're saying between you. And if today we would have lost more games, today we would have been a bit further, we would not have spoken like that. But the appetite comes from eating, and more you eat, more you do points, more you believe in it, more you are going without losing against top 4. You remember when we were speaking about Juventus is not able to beat a top 4 team in Serie A? Do you remember? It's not a long time ago. Well, today we start to be aware that we can do things. And I believe that the draw of today, how negative that some people can see it, I think that mentally for a young team like you, because we have a young team, an unexperienced team that is not used to be there at top, I believe it's an important one to be aware that we are not less good than Inter. Or maybe, yes, but that we can still compete with them. That it's not prohibited to think that we can compete. Youssef, new member on the channel, grande. Hurnok01 and Youssef Miss Raba became members. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Jurgen, what do you want, my friend? Don't be sarcastic, please. The result, I mean, that we can accept only 2 to 5th place. Football with no style, ideas, and players who show their best only when they leave Juve. I don't agree with you, Jurgen. I don't agree with you. Nobody said that we can only expect the 2nd to the 5th place. We are just speaking about in the locker room. They want to go for the Scudetto. The guys want to go for the Scudetto. They want to grow. They want to be aware. Now the team that you have today. Oh, it's not sarcastic. We don't have today. We are playing with Nicolosi. He's playing his first start in Serie A against a international player like Barella, like Canaloglu. They are both going to the Euro, and like Mkhitaryan, experienced. On top of that, they have Fratesi, that half of the Italian league wanted. Sarcastic. We are playing with Nicolosi. We are playing with Weston McKennie, that last year we loaned out to Leeds. We are playing with Cambiaso, that is a left winger, as a right back mezzala, playing in partnership with Weston McKennie. We are playing with Rugani, that a lot of you said it's a shame that we still have Rugani in the team. We are playing with Gatti, that is coming from 2nd division. On the bench, we have Nonje, that never played in first team. Never played in first team. Ken Agnelli, that is 18, that is a fantastic, beautiful jewel. Miretti, that a lot of you gave up on because he's not great, because he's not good. That's the reality. What do you want? Pogba, we had a Pogba that we believed in, and he's not there. That was the start of the season. Not to compete for the Scudetto. Or I mean, not with an obligation to win the Scudetto, but to be there. Oh, ragazzi, you don't understand what Juventus went through, huh? Let alone who is guilty, how much responsibility you have. But you know that last year you played a year where you didn't know how many pounds you would make because they could have taken them back. They were taking it, giving it, taking it. You were risking even to go into second division. Players, they didn't want to put the foot on a tackle because they were scared. They were thinking, maybe I'm going with a tackle. Maybe I'm going with a tackle. I break my leg and maybe it's for nothing because they take away these points. Maybe. That's what we had last year. Without management, everyone was leaving. Disaster situation. And you still qualified to top four. But what was funny, and that's really great, the funny thing is, last year, Napoli won, and Serie was a fantastic league. Was the best league in the world. Was great, and that's why Juventus couldn't compete because the other one were so strong. What a strong competition, and everyone grew. Now Juventus is second, but the league is not great. You have to decide. The same thing you told us 5 months ago, even a year ago. But who's to blame for a constant lineup problem? But I don't know. I don't understand what you are speaking about. I really don't understand what you are speaking about. To blame what actually? You are playing with a 3-5-2 that is giving you a stability. You are not conceding goals. You are bringing results. I don't understand. I really don't understand. The lineups. What lineup? What is the problem? If you are playing today with Nicolosi because you have no choice, you play with Nicolosi. I don't understand. You don't like the football style of Juve. It's your right, huh? It's your right. I understand it. But I don't know if you have you have no solutions. I can guarantee you. I see people are saying who is doing better now that left Juve. I don't know who is doing better now that they left Juve. You will tell me about Coman. Coman was doing good at Juve as well. I don't know who you will tell me that is doing better at Juve. Kulusevski had ups and downs. Kulusevski, I always said fantastic player, but Kulusevski was not performing with Pirlo. Kulusevski's problem is that he was not strong enough to take the pressure of playing at Juve. That was the problem of Kulusevski. The talent has always been there. And you see it at Tottenham as well. Started fantastically well when he received the trust, then a big dip where he totally disappeared, and now he's doing again okay with a new coach that is going with motivation and so on and so on. From the moment that he will have some difficulties, he will flop again, because it's a player that can't play with pressure. At Tottenham, they don't have the pressure. Look at the words of Harry Kane, that is born and raised in Tottenham, that is telling you, I want to play for a team where you want to win big. At Tottenham, if you do a draw, it's okay. Supporters are a bit sad, but it's okay. Yeah. Sule is doing fantastically well. Why? Because they are playing in a 4-3-3. At Juve, you don't play a 4-3-3, but is the 4-3-3 because of Allegri? No, it's because there was no management to buy a left back, a right back, because when there was a sporting management, they took away the money to buy some players. Because you go to a player and you tell him from a big caliber, we want to play you as a left back, as a right back, whatever. Do you play Europe? We don't know. We start the season, we don't know. They will tell us. When did they tell us? Mid-August. UEFA took their time to tell us mid-August that we would not play. Or was it beginning of August? I don't remember. Who is doing better? Tell me, yeah, Sule is playing in a 4-3-3. I always said, fantastic guy. He needs that season of being convinced. Last year, and you know that I am an early adopter of Sule, last year it was too shy, not enough personality, and that 3-5-2 was not in his favor. If next year he comes and we are still playing with a 3-5-2, Sule would be not good, or he will never play. LGG think that's why Conte left them as well. With all the respect for Tottenham, but Tottenham is a team where it's okay. It's okay. You lose, you lose. Let's try to compete and try to enter top four. That's what they have. And Kulusevski is in his reality there. He said it himself. Huh? At Juve, he was whistled. It was difficult. I saw he was speaking with Bernardeschi at table. Then who else is doing better? But consistently, and not 1 month, consistently. I don't know. I'm trying to think, but Bentancur, that was one of the players I really saw fantastic. Bentancur was playing with Sarri, was playing with Allegri, was playing. We gave him like 5 years of chances. He never, with nobody, was there constantly. With Sarri, he did a bit after COVID. He was fantastic. That's it. People they went crazy with Ben. They didn't want him. Morata is doing fantastically well. The season of his year. But did Morata do well at Chelsea? Did Morata do well in all the clubs that he played? Even Atletico Madrid before? No. He has the season of his life. And at Juve, he didn't do bad. Honestly, he didn't do that bad. Yeah, he had some difficulties in a situation where Juve was in a big difficulty. They were feeling that it was over, the cycle of victories. Morata was not that bad with Juve to say, but now he has that wonder season where he's doing fantastically great. Do I want Morata back at Juve? No. On the other side, Morata is a player that we wanted to keep at Juve. Unfortunately, Atletico Madrid, they wanted much more money. Don't forget, there are some players, they will have more affinity with one way of playing, with one coach instead of another way of playing or another coach. This is life. There are some people, they don't like me, they don't like my channel, which is totally normal. Some people, they don't like white, some people, they don't like the color red, the color green, the color whatever, because that's normal. We have our way of being, but it's the same. Sometimes when I went to school, there were some teachers that I appreciated more than another. And other people, they were like the reverse of me, because we have all different personalities. And when you're feeling better with someone, you're tending to give more. When you're in your habitat where you're feeling good, it's going better. So, I don't know. I don't know if these talks are on the other side. Why is Rabiot performing much better with Allegri than with Pirlo, with Sarri? No. Why is Rugani again top? Why? Why is I don't know, whatever, Locatelli starting again to improve? Why is whatever player, Kostic, doing a great job? Why is it Kostic? You can tell me you like, you don't like, but Kostic is a much more complete player today than he was a year ago. But much more complete. If you speak with Kostic, he will tell you, I am a much stronger, much more complete player than I was a year ago. Hurnok. Sure, he has addiction. Everyone has faults. He works on it. Do you work on your faults? To admit it and work on it publicly shows character. About who? I don't know who you are speaking about. I don't know, guys. But indeed, Thomas is a good one. Candreva played for us 13 years ago, and he's now doing better. It's true. It's because of Allegri. No, but that's the thing, that sometimes I don't understand. Oh, we can do better, huh? I don't like neither a second half of Juve Inter where both teams they refuse to play. Because it's not only Juve, huh? If you tell me that Inter played fantastically well today, okay, I'm sorry. But it's not true, huh? Both teams they decided to stop to play because it was much more convenient. They didn't want to take any risk. But if you believe that it's the first time in history and that it has only happened with Allegri, it's not true. Huh? It's not true. The big difference in the past is that in the past you had Ronaldo that was playing at Inter, uh, with Del Piero, Trezeguet, with a lot much more quality on the field, where even sometimes you were playing the 1-1, but because of the quality from one and the other team was much better, you saw still some fantastic things, Davids, Zidane, and so on and so on. But playing for the 1-1, it's not the first time that I see that in Serie A in my life, because it's happened. It's maybe not the mentality of a Premier League, but then they lose games. Look at Tottenham. Again, today I'm obsessed with Tottenham, but they started fantastically well. They have a coach they believe in. They have a fantastic atmosphere and so on and so on. Boom, they lost against Aston Villa. They had the opportunity after the draw of they flop. What about Arsenal, by the way? I don't know what they did. Did they play today or tomorrow? Arsenal. Where is Arsenal? When did they play? They won 1-0 against Brentford. See? But it's a different culture. It's a different league. It's a different way of... What do you want? I don't like how they defend. When I'm watching Premier League, I enjoy. I see beautiful goals and whatever. I'm happy because I don't care, because I'm not a supporter of any team in Premier League. But I get angry when I see the mistakes that they are doing in defense. It's crazy, People here, they're going crazy because we don't attack. But when I'm watching Premier League, I also see the fouls the mistakes that they are doing there. It's incredible, the mistakes that they are doing. Paul Enrico, sometimes it's easy to forget how painful the past 2 years were. So much happier with Juve this year, and we have a real shot. At the moment, yeah. But again, everything can happen. You lose against Monza, and it's over. You win against Monza, you continue to dream. That's why I think that Juve, they need to think game per game per game per game. And today, I understand at a certain moment with the team that you had today, with the injuries, with the players, and so on, you can say, okay, that 1-1 is important also mentally. And it's a pity, because I don't like to say against Inter, I'm happy because the draw. You saw if you go back and see how I started the life, I was not happy because I don't like to draw. But then when you're taking a bit of distance, you can understand why. And you see the advantages of that draw. And I believe that that's what we have to do. If I was a player, if I was managing that team, we did 1-1 against Inter. We didn't concede a lot, except of that stupid mistake from all the team. We played with these players. We have level quality. Look at the positives. Look what we can do. And I'm not surprised by the words of Rabiot after that game. I'm absolutely not. That was it. Ragazzi, 2 hours of live. Thank you. Paul, you love the beautiful game. Okay, you are a fan of Juve, then the result comes first. Beauty is second. Stars come from result. Of course, we want both, but life is not fair. But I believe that you can offer both. Look at Manchester City. Even if I don't like that much, the obsession with no freedom, with everything is like robotic and so on and so on. But they have an identity. They are winning. That's the best of both worlds. Then you can like or you can don't like, but you appreciate. But I like that you say, we want both. But sometimes you have to understand a moment, a situation. You have to understand what you are dealing with, where you are coming from, and how tough it is to come back. And I believe that we are going towards the right direction. And nobody sane of mind would have said Juventus this year, except of people that do not understand football, like the Premier League commentators that are watching things. But nobody sane of mind would have said Juventus has today a team that they will win easy the Serie A, or it's impossible. To have an objective, you can say, but saying they will win it. And then on top of that, you take away Pogba, Fagioli, that are important players for Juve. Don't underestimate it. Without Mercato, with only Weah that never really played that position, MacP saying, I'm actually satisfied with the result after I start playing Football Manager this year. The bench is so thin and the squad is so imbalanced. Tactics change is impossible. Thank you for a sane comment that I'm able to read. Not that we are happy or satisfied, but the explanation why it's coming from. Ciao Tariq, and now everyone indeed. Maximum of like before leaving the channel. Grazie ragazzi, I hope to see you tomorrow with a video. Grazie, forza. Juve. Ciao, ciao.